Welcome back. WeArEuS, and this is the main menu of the game, rather than the game proper, because I just wanted to show you that, for some reason, it's changed. Yeah, I did that. Ooh, right, we have a need of crystallizing our NACRE. I don't know why I took the long route again. I knew what I wanted to do the moment I left the Nexus area. Not the Nexus itself, but the Nexus area. This music is just... it's just... I mean, while I'm here, I may as well get some more, right? You guys are all okay with that, right?
He doesn't actually care what we think. He's just saying things to fill the time. He doesn't want there to be any dead air.
How about you shut up and stop being right? I didn't know you could do that to projectiles. Why is that a thing that was never mentioned before? I didn't know you could swipe projectiles out of the air. So what's our objective now? Okay. I'm using the analog stick right off the bat. I'm okay with this. Except when that happens anyway. That seems fair. Didn't miss anything up here, did I? No. We need to be up here and then go this way. Then we have to take the elevator up? But I don't... We'll have to play it by ear from there. I don't really remember last episode where we ended off. So, from here we need to go right. I do notice, and thank the devs for designing the map like this, I do notice there's a section in the upper left-hand corner of the area where I know I misspoke her name before. I called her Alma. Hatma? It's the only thing that fits. Anyway. Let's see how much trouble we can get into over here. I swapped to using the... dang it. The D-pad without realizing it. Which makes navigating these things more arduous than it needs to be. Oh, right. I'm also... I'll show it when I... So I also have this one that gives us extra slots. That'll be the short name. I accidentally put this one on. Immediately hated it the moment I stood on a basin, even though I didn't need it. I saw I couldn't use it. No, I hated that whole thing. So I took it off immediately. This, however, this is actually fine. I don't know if it's I would assume it's percentage based and not a hard number, because that doesn't scale. Whatever the percentage is, it only takes 3 from us when the enemy drops 22 with this equipped. Remember, there was a little guy on the left side of the map who has the axe, hammer, whatever it is thing that he likes to swing around, that normally drops 22 when I have this equipped. He drops a 19 now. With the other... Ah, good, we can't do that. With resource shortage equipped. Now you guys are up to date on where we are, build-wise. Around here, this guy lost a key that we're going to be needing. Okay. Be that way. I have no idea how to get to that upper area there, but it appears we've been there. I don't know about that, Chief. Okay, there's no way we can progress here. So what about... no. Underneath is a dead end. And there's also that thing down there. I don't know how to get to it. I know we'll come out into that cave once we have... frick. Ah, it's fine. No idea why it started me there on the plunge to dying again, but... I won't question the wisdom of the ancients. Did I drop down from here, perhaps? Ah, that's where we need to be going. I might have an idea. How we get to the area. It's weird, though. Why would they have had us repair a crystal that then went to the other side of the wall? Doesn't make sense, especially if the lower area's wall is breakable from that side. Why would you need to go up? Huh. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you didn't see last episode. You didn't see last episode. That is a you problem. You should fix that. Uh-oh. It's fine. We can heal forever, so long as this is nearby. Okay. I get another jump if I hit that. I'm healing immediately because once we get all the way in there, unless we get brought back here, we need to have as much health as possible to get all the way through. What do you mean? I must have not held the button long enough. I discovered last episode if you hold the button while using hairpin, it'll send you farther. What do you... I was short. I was just too short. And that rankles my ankles. I'm trying to see what's going on over here, which is why I messed that up. It doesn't look... I think I understand. You hit that, let yourself drop again, then you hairpin over here, hit that, and then go up there. But I can't see any reason to care about that. It just seems like a lot of extra effort for nothing. I don't see anything of note over there. Maybe there's something in the ceiling I can't see yet? Unless it's filled with hate grass like this, in which case... What do you... I don't think so. Okay. Hey, no, it's fine. Just go ahead and miss. I don't mind. Oh, right. I have dodge now. And I can use that to stall my momentum in midair. Only once, though. Not for very long. Why is that happening now? I guess I'll have to use a down attack? Now that that's open. I saw it and I just... There we go. It's going to take some doing to get used to the fact that I have a dodge and am properly unfamiliar with how to use it properly, or how its timing works. How do I want to go back to the... No. I want to go back to the base, but... That doesn't seem feasible. That doesn't seem like a good idea either. I don't know what that guy does. I mean, back off. Shy of attacking me. The rest is an unknown. Okay, so if I... Back off. If I use hairpin on that, and I save my double jump, I'm just doing that because it irks me. I don't want this. That way we get to keep our 177 NACRE, even though we have no real use for it currently. Now we get to find out what you do. Okay. Got an answer for everything, huh? Combos. Like I said. Worst that can happen, we fall in the hole and hope that we don't go directly into the river that's flowing. Bird cage with no bird. Ah, I know where we are. Okay. Thought it was hate grass, that's why I did the double jump. I'm trying to... There's something over here. Equivalent exchange. Bits of data recovered on a dead unit despite its complete shutdown. Warning, hostile presence detected. Number of units, 1. Danger level, not worthy of attention. Can be ignored safely. Communication attempt. Ignored. Communication attempt. Ignored. Communication system overridden. Opening private channel. Found you, thief. Did you think you could block me off? Ha! Mel taught me everything. You don't have a chance. Now, give me back my hat. Hey, that's that one guy we saved a while back. Apparently, he's more of a threat than it would have appeared. Unfortunately, coming here did not achieve what I was hoping for. Ooh. I don't think there's a path hidden between the hate grass and the waterfall, so on we go. Now we just have to go back to the Nexus, and that part of the map will fill out. We can't progress this way any further. Now notice I'm not in a rush to try to get this stuff crystallized. That's because I don't remember where the crystallizer is. Shouldn't it be... yeah. I wasn't sure it was called the crystallizer, I just figured that's the most accurate name for it. Also, the modifier for more... Have we been down there? No. The modifier that gives us more NACRE is really paying off. What did I just... What do you mean? I don't think there's another way down. I can't travel three-dimensionally. It's left, right, up, and down for me. So I can't come towards the screen or into the background. Foreground, background, yeah. Guess that's going to require a triple jump of sorts. I tried to cancel out the cooldown after the third combo hit, but no. Those are two of the annoying ones. And something new? Crap. Ah, you. I saw it coming, and I had already used... I don't think I had the double jump left. I might have. that is an obvious dodge it or die situation, and I tried to jump and press the dodge at the same time. You know, as you do. It's fine. We got most of what we acquired through our adventures, and then we only oopsed 74, so no big loss. Oh, I actually want that. I had another double jump left? What? That nugget. So remember when we used to just dream about having 450? Well, while we don't necessarily need the 1000 right now, I like having it. It feels good. It feels right. Only way out is through. Talk about the prisoner's dilemma. Yeah, I should be able to hit and then jump again. Why'd I get hit by that thing? I couldn't tell you. That's right. What kind of cheese did that taste like? Swiss? What did we get? Why do you... What did I do? Why do you hate me? I don't... 2 candles? Because I can get 2 of them, they're obviously not something I feed to the slave and have him talk to us about it. So I find myself to be at something of a loss. The nearest basin is rather far and kind of risky. Actually, hold on. It says there's a short path back to the Nexus. I didn't mention there was hate grass. Nice. Okay, I guess we're just avoiding combat then. That works. Ah, that's what we wanted. Nope. Guess, wait. up there? Oh, it's you. You got your hat.
Ah!
I hear them. Oh, no. That is unfortunate, isn't it?
I hear them. They're all around. They want to hurt me. Please make them go away.
Ooh. Yep. Tongue punched the fart box. Fart bot. Yeah. That's what I meant. So we apparently have another path. We don't have the door unlocked, so ignore that. Hold on. Doesn't the elevator go up to that next one? I like how expedient it is about arriving down here, despite how high up it was. Nothing sucks more than waiting. Okay, so we need to go up here. This one. Barely. Now, currently I have the audacity to feel like I'm rich, so I don't really need to worry about crystallizing my NACRE. But I feel... I see. One at a time. What? Why? What do you mean I couldn't? I was spamming the attack button and she just wouldn't whip. I hit the wrong button for the dodge. I could not tell you why. I hit the right shoulder button, even though I know it's on Y.
Not bad, he's gone. Thank you very much, kind person. I will go find Miss Mel now. I hope she isn't too worried.
I hate that everyone else can travel three-dimensionally. And I have noticed... Look, see? It didn't adjust to me there. It was trying to hit me when I was up there, and it stayed on target for that area. But for some reason, the one I fought back in there changed its attack location. Which is really annoying.
I hear the clean blue water is coming from above the breath's greenhouse. Isn't that where the library is supposed to be? I have a bad feeling about this.
Well, I'm going to do this. You should probably look away. I mean, unless you're into that. Yeah, that requires a triple jump. So, here's our objective then. sort of stuck here, aren't we? I mean, we have options in terms of where else we can go, but this is just a dead end. Let me mark this on the map so I know that there is. There is a goodie here. I should also mark that there's a goodie down here somewhere as well. I don't. Let's see, that's the locked door. You drop down here. So it's down here, perhaps? Yeah, I just don't think there's anything else we can do here. This dead ends with WeArEuS, though I suspect we may eventually be able to destroy that. I could be completely wrong. Hey, I can go ahead and die then. It's the fastest way to the Nexus I can think of. Touch me. She does have... No, that requires 2 cores to get those, though. I only have 1 coating extension. So, until I get 2, there's no real reason. Sure, let's see if the spine's got anything new going on. I remember there was a door at the far side of whatever this thing in the center is. It's unlikely I can open it, but there's no reason not to try. A little unit. Have you come to meet the spine? I've been waiting here a long time myself. Not once has he opened his shell. But the signs are here. The Nexus lives again. The spine will reveal himself very soon. My patience and my faith will finally be rewarded. Okay. Enjoy that, I guess. Estrogen. Aviaries. I can't let you do that. Trust the spine, little unit. He shall know when the time is right. Or you could just let me do it and the time will be right now. Amazing how that works, isn't it? Ah, can't have that though. So where does this put us? I'm curious to know what's going on up there, but I don't recall seeing anything that would let me travel upwards. So instead, let's focus on what we can do. And that starts with going left and then down. Okay. You know, when we used to come through here, they would only do the overhead smack, but now they spin. I can't have these guys learning. Not in my video game. We don't need to go that way. Oh. No. No matter what, we have to go south. I wanted to actually go down here, but I mean, I could go left. I didn't get spooked by the dead robot parts. Well, at least I wasn't alone. It makes it worth it. Wasn't sure I would make that. Vaulting can be a little unreliable, but mostly because I haven't tried to understand its timing. Yeah, get back to basics. You know, overhead slam, overhead slam, overhead slam. Nah, I'm kidding. There we go. For sure I had that. Ah, come on. Okay, war it is. Oh, okay. Wasn't expecting that. Hey there. Okay. Now it might be worth it to hold up. Since we're here and it's kind of annoying to get here, where does this go? Jeez. Yep. Figured that wall was breakable. Submissive and breakable.
Sort of like our coat.
Though I can understand it having a severe weakness to tentacles. I mean, honestly, who doesn't? Where are we? Of course it is. So now that I have a new monetary objective, I want to keep my NACRE. So returning to the basin, whichever one may happen to be nearest at the time, will be our objective. Because I like money. That happened. Oh, that's good. That's real good. Ah, finally. It said absorb something. Forebear's Legacy. Increases the damage you deal permanently. For each voice, a keeper. Or together from the same cast, from the same NACRE even. They were meant as companions, one the extension of the other. What one touches, the other feels. What one endures, the other shares. Intertwined at the very root of their existence. Not even death could break that bond. Yet death did come over and over again, and as one was reborn, so was their counterpart. For each keeper, a voice. For each keeper. So this was the voice, this was the keeper, and
Hey there. I was sure you'd be able to slide along the wall, but I guess I did it wrong. Okay, let's... Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can keep going from this side. No crystallizers here right now. Anyway, well, there might be right now, but I don't know where they are. Ah, there's one. Pays for one coding extension. I see. What do you mean I can't jump again? See, it's the ones that can't flinch that are troubles. I'm going to go ahead and condense this again. We have an objective now, so I'm more interested in keeping what we've got. I mean, even if condensing cost you a few of the NACRE to then turn the rest, oh, come here, into a crystal, I'd be fine with that. But they don't even require that. It's great. I know who's on the other side of the door. I did it! Ah. Yeah, that makes sense, actually. Why are you here? Your pearl is already covered. No matter. I always do my work.
Yeah, so that gives you iframes for sure. It doesn't really work though if the hairpin doesn't actually go off. Yep, I saw it. And I knew exactly what attack it was, and I had no options. Frustrating. Did we get anything from the... Did we get anything? Was... The voice was the one with the big head. Yeah, I should probably take this now, huh? Since it isn't about NACRE anymore. Or at the moment. Then again, once he dies, he does drop NACRE. And I want all of that. As much as I can get. Is there anything we can get rid of? This... Okay. I don't... Okay, yeah, that's the other 20. So... Still only 15. I want this. Because we're going to give ourselves yet another health beyond this one once we get back up there. But I wouldn't mind having this too. Screw it. Put that on and this. I have no idea what the candles are for yet, but we have them now. Just in time, lass. One of my scraplings just got here with a fresh load of broken gears. It's all in bad shape.
Nothing I can't fix, especially with an extra pair of claws at my disposal. And the correct amount of NACRE, of course. Care to take a look?
Oh, you shouldn't have. A modifier can be installed in your modifier center.
Increases the number of modifier slots, but
Removes one layer of protection. And it gives you 15? Oh, I like that. Also, okay, it came with two more coding components, which are super expensive. I think I'll hold off on buying that other one for now. Reduce latency. Quicker recovery after getting hit. Excessive latency is the #1 cause of death for crisis management units, and it only requires 5. Oh, right, I have a dodge. Look, you can't blame me for forgetting that, okay? Yeah, it means I could have not died in the boss fight a little while ago. Shut up. We don't need logic here. Modifier extension. I actually do want that. Reduced latency sounds pretty good, but I don't think I really have an issue with the recovery time after getting hit. I mean, you're invincible for that duration, so I don't really see the value of it. Okay, let's go mess around with our modifiers. I just spent all of that time readjusting them, and now we do it again. So we have 10 to mess around with. Now we don't. Wait, hold on. There's another... Oh, we didn't get it. Again, I wonder if this scales with the amount or the number of health. No. I wonder if this scales with your health capacity, allowing you to do more damage the more health the more of your capacity you're missing. Let's say it's 10% more damage per missing health node. That's the one. If that's the way it works, it doesn't really matter what the actual damage it grants for missing nodes is. I'm just saying. If it were 10%, you'd be getting 20 back at my old capacity, which was 3. Currently we have 5. So that means we would do an extra 40% damage compared to the previous additional 20. Assuming that's the way it works, and it isn't more about how close you are to your last node. I don't know how can I put it? I wonder if it scales based on how many nodes you're missing, or how close you are to your last node. Because the two aren't the same. Just so we're clear. But the other one, with it scaling how close you are to your final node, or the last node. that doesn't have really good scaling into the late game, especially if the value is too low. But if it's per missing node, and it says for each layer that she's already lost, so it has to be bonus damage per missing node. And we could easily get that with this removed. Well, we've got a guy to kill. Okay. I mean, I thought I'd be able to just slip right on up through the crack, but I'm just too quick. I think having 5 health should be enough to get this done. This is the way we need to go, right? Frick, I don't know where it is. We were fighting that guy. It has to be up at the top, right? No. There was I'm pretty sure. A little too much oomph. Okay. Be like that. Where is... I know he's past the crystallizer up there. There's definitely a better way to get up there. We go all the way up, and then it's a little more traveling north than a clear line east or west, and we're done. So why am I continuing to travel upward if I know that? In for a penny, I guess. This way. Yeah, that's fine. Once you've got this much health, having the basin be free is crucial. Now that we have new stuff to get, we are in need of cores and NACRE. So, back to the crystallizing grind, I guess. I didn't realize it until just now, but I was using I was using the, whatchamacallit. Wait. Yeah, we're fine. The D-pad. Dang it, I was in the middle of the attack animation. Interesting, wasn't that? I could have avoided getting hit. I had multiple options there. Okay. Not my best work. Goodness. Crap, that's right. I can dodge. Look, currently, the dodge is unnatural. It's a new thing I have to actively remember I even have because... You what? Anyway, it's a thing I have to even remember that I have because against trash mobs that we fight most of the time, it isn't a practical thing to use. Especially because you're typically dealing with multiple enemies at once, which means... yeah. Which means you typically don't want to be stopped at any point. You want to keep moving, otherwise you get hit. Hey, bye. So I've noticed something. And we're already on to phase 2. Why'd I do that? I know better than that. Why do I keep doing that? I know why. Scat defeated. I don't know how to scat properly, so I can't do that. So I can't make the joke, which makes me sad. Anyway, I need to crystallize. Yeah, okay, don't get it. Anyone else? Okay. Now that we're feeling a little less self-conscious, we can move on with our newfound 5 health until we get sent back to the Nexus. We trade out some modifiers so NACRE basins become free again. But as you saw, this guy was actually a cakewalk if you literally just held on tight. I, of course, let myself get hit 3 times in the exact same way because I thought he was going to do the dash because their animation is pretty close. So I was overly cautious and missed out on 3 DPS opportunities almost in a row. Hey, buddy. No, don't rush. Take your time. Okay. You want to talk? Be friends? All right, I do have this, actually. I can go right back to the Nexus and make the basins free. And requires going down here. And since I'm here, why not, right? They died in 2 hits. Do I have that? No. That's weird. That's really weird. I wish the boss... No, that's still red. I wish the bosses gave you a core. Since the game isn't designed around that, it's probably going to be fine. I still wish. Okay, let's fix our modifiers and... Okay, we'll figure that out next. First, enemy's health is fine. This is what we need. If we had that other if we had a core, we could get that other modifier, the negative modifier that makes us lose 1 health node, but we get an extra 15 slots. Which is fine. Frankly, it's not even worth it. We could get rid of this, I suppose. And you, and I guess just hold on tight to the rest. I have to say, there are not a lot of modifiers. But with that being the case, they're probably going to be really silly. The really good ones, anyway. I mean, if this was just row after row to the point where you have to scroll, then you're in for just some that do teeny tiny things that are completely irrelevant, and then some super rare ones that are going to be the ones you want to use. Whereas this has a much higher chance of just being a lot of really good ones you are struggling to decide between. So we currently don't have enough yet. And I need this. So technically buying that extra 10 wasn't worth it. But in the long run, having the ability to just get rid of the free basing costs in order to grant ourselves an extra health for boss fights is tremendous. And we'll continue working towards having a boss build that involves the explosion when you get hit and the damage for every node you're missing. Like I said, having fewer modifiers means there's a good chance the ones that you can get are always going to be fighting for your attention. So let's see what this Overseer's Pathways is about. Yeah, I know. I walked here myself because I'm a strong and independent robot. I don't know why that's a thing. Anyway, that is going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. We will be back tomorrow with another episode, and I'm about to record that right now, in fact. I'm so excited. I know you can't tell, all the Botox and everything, but I am. Stone-faced as I may be. And so, with all that said, we will see you next time.